Okay, here's a question of the day for you guys. If you got offered $1,000, would you not brush your teeth for 2 weeks straight? It's that simple. $1,000 cash, but you cannot brush your teeth for 2 full weeks. It's definitely one of the least painful ones I've given to you guys, but honestly, I think it might be the grossest. 2 full weeks without brushing your teeth? I don't think I could do it for $1,000. Dude, that would not be worth it. My teeth would have like an orange fuzz growing out of them. Plus, your teeth are so expensive, dude. I'm pretty sure without insurance, if you just have one minor cavity, it's still a couple $100s. Yeah, I'm not getting talked into that one. I don't think I can do it. Would you guys? I mean, I'm not judging you if you would, but I probably wouldn't talk to you in person because your breath would be enough to kill me. So, if you are ever in the middle of this challenge and you see me, please don't talk to me. No offense to that, but I would not want to smell your rancid breath. Holy shit. Alright, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. This is another pre-recorded video. I'm thinking you guys are going to get this on Tuesday instead of the show because I didn't really think about that. If I tried to record a show now before Tuesday's episode, my guy would be going back and forth and fluctuating and it just wouldn't make any sense. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys arguably the most requested thing I have ever received. My thoughts on NFL players. No joke, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sit in this chair, I'm going to look you guys dead in the face, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on certain NFL players. I have an entire list in my notes on my phone. I was just going through YouTube and reading the most interesting names that people were throwing out there. I think I've got a pretty good list here. Anyway, before we hop into the video, guys, if you want to head over to gfuel.com and use code WyattzWorld, you can be saving yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. I'm not gonna lie, this is the same G Fuel that I just used in the video before this, but I didn't drink it all, so I'm gonna use it again. Alright, on to the video. Alright, so the first player we're going to talk about is Michael Thomas. Another common question I get, probably the most common one, is why do I hate Michael Thomas so much? Well, here's my honest opinions on Michael Thomas. I think he is a sore loser, a crybaby, and quite possibly one of the most overrated douchebags in the entire NFL. Michael Thomas has never once wowed me. I've never once watched Michael Thomas make a play and went, oh my gosh! That doesn't happen because every play he makes looks exactly the same because he only runs about 3 different routes. And that's not entirely his fault, I'm not saying it is. But when all you do is run curls, slants, and dump-offs, you're not very impressive to watch. The Saints have gotten their asses kicked by the Vikings twice in the playoffs the last 2 times they met. The only one to hop on Twitter and complain both times? Michael Thomas. The guy just can't take a loss without whining like a little girl, I understand. He fought his own teammate at practice last year because he got frustrated that he kept locking him up and he punched him in the back of the helmet. He's not the best receiver in the league. He's never been the best receiver in the league. He's not a top 5 receiver in the league. He's an above average quality wide receiver. He has not done anything to show he is anything more than that. And the only reason he got the amount of receptions and yards he did is because he had Drew Brees throwing him the football. Go look at the numbers, guys. Drew Brees targeted Michael Thomas 100 times more than anybody on that roster. Matt Ryan does that to Julio. Aaron Rodgers does that to Devontae Adams. Anybody's going to break that record. Whoop-de-fucking-do. All right, next player. Up next, what are my thoughts on Derwin James? I love him. I really, really like Derwin James. Obviously, injuries have riddled his career down the wrong path, but whenever he's gotten to play, Derwin James has always been excellent. Plus, the guy is like 6'2", and he still runs like a 4.40 or something crazy like that. He's super quick. It's always fun to watch Derwin play too because he's really, really good at reading the quarterback's eyes, so he knows where the ball is going to go majority of the time. It's something I've picked up on because you see it a lot in Harrison Smith, and I watch a lot of Vikings games, so. But yeah, Derwin James is cool. Rock on, man. Up next, we got Jalen Ramsey. This is a good one. I mean, there's just no way to look at you with a straight face and say that this guy's not a douchebag. It's Jalen Ramsey. Like, he is a douchebag, but he's one of the few guys in the league who can be because he can back it up. Ask yourself this. How many cornerbacks are there in the NFL where the other team needs to sit down and work out a game plan on how to get the ball to certain receivers? Okay, it should be the other way around. It's how do we stop him from scoring instead of how do we get our guys open because we're going to have this monster up our ass the entire game. Probably the best man corner I've ever seen in my entire life. He's probably the best man corner that's been in the league in the last 10 years. He's also had like an elite PFF grade over the last 4 seasons. I'm not sure what the number is exactly, but I remember reading that it's just been substantially great. Jalen's a douche, but he's good enough to back it up. I'll let him have it. He's fine. Up next, what are my thoughts on Drew Lock? Drew Lock is terrible, okay? There's just no way around it. I hate this guy. Drew Lock sucks. He's just bad. Okay, you can do the same stat thing they did with Josh Allen, okay? Look at Drew Lock's first 15 games. Look at Josh Allen's first 15 games. Look at the progression there, okay? That's all you gotta do. Drew Lock is getting worse as the games go on. He hasn't been getting any better. He's not going to get any better because he's just not good. And like I said before, you can look up literally any stat to make someone look decent. His deep ball sucks, his ball control sucks, his awareness sucks, his accuracy sucks. My opinion on Drew Lock, he sucks. I'm sorry, that's all I have to say about him. Up next, my thoughts on Antonio Gibson. Now, it's been a very, very long time since we've talked about this guy, but for anybody that remembers me ranking all my NFL running backs, I think Antonio Gibson very well might be the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. I am in love with Antonio Gibson. He is basically Christian McCaffrey. He plays the same way, they do all the same stuff, we just gotta hope he can get an entire healthy year so we can watch him play at his full potential. From the little bit we got to see from him last year, by the way, I drafted him in 2 leagues because I knew that son of a bitch would go off. He was excellent. Okay, he's 6'2", by the way. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that, so he's tall, which also makes him a phenomenal receiving back, and yes, he is a receiving back. Catches the ball extremely well, runs the ball extremely well. He is just a very, very good player. At least I think. I have such high hopes for Antonio Gibson. If he pulls like a Darius Geis or something and ends up just being a worthless piece of shit who's not in the league in 3 years, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Antonio Gibson, I love you. Up next, what are my thoughts on Jesse Bates? I really like Jesse Bates. Didn't he win like the most improved or whatever the hell it was on the Bengals? Most improved comeback or something? I thought he won some award, but Jesse Bates is really, really good. The thing I don't understand about Jesse Bates is I'm pretty certain PFF rated him as one of the best safeties in all of football, and that guy didn't even make the Pro Bowl, and that's not because he was bad, it's because he got snubbed. Honestly, Jesse Bates reminds me a lot of Micah Hyde. I think Jesse Bates obviously has a higher ceiling, he's much younger. But they're both smart, talented, athletic safeties. I like Jesse Bates. Alright, what are my thoughts on Daniel Jones? I think we've gone over this time and time again. I think Daniel Jones is a bum. I'm giving him an opportunity to prove me wrong this year before I completely shut him out of my life. But the guy has been here for coming up on 3 seasons now, and he hasn't done shit. 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and an 80 QBR. How can you possibly keep defending that, New York fans? Blame your receivers, blame your offensive line, blame your tight ends, do what you gotta do. If he sucks again this year, that is it. Goodbye, Daniel Jones. If he bounces back and he doesn't suck, okay, well then I'm wrong. But right now, I think he's a piece of shit. Alright, up next we have Kenyan Drake. This is a weird one. I don't hate Kenyan Drake. I don't love Kenyan Drake. He just kind of exists there. He's never been bad. He's honestly been pretty good. He's just boring? I don't know. I just have no interest in Kenyan Drake. And I don't know what goes on with Kenyan Drake, because every time he's supposed to be a starter, he's terrible. And every time he's splitting carries with someone, he's elite. At least that's what it seemed like this last year. I know when he first came to Arizona, he tore it up. That's why everybody thought he was going to be some big fantasy god. I think him going to Vegas with Josh Jacobs is going to be really good. Those two will make an excellent 1-2 punch combo. I just hope that they don't screw each other over for fantasy reasons, which I already know that they will. Kenyan Drake is a person or a player? I don't really hate him. I don't really have an opinion on him. I guess he's cool with me. Up next, what are my thoughts on Odell Beckham Jr.? I don't hate him. I really don't. I actually really like him, and I can support Odell and back up his talents all day. I still think he's one of the most talented wide receivers ever in the NFL. He just hasn't ever gotten in the right system or the right team he needed. It's an unfortunate situation. Yes, does he have some temper problems? Absolutely. Does he have attitude problems? Absolutely. Has there been times where I've looked at Odell Beckham and thought I'd like to go through the TV and slap him in the face? Absolutely. But as time has come by, it seems like he's kind of humbled himself out, and now he's just trying to play to win, and last year was a really, really unfortunate accident. I'd love to see Odell bounce back and bring Cleveland to a championship game. I think that'd be awesome. I like Odell. He's cool with me. Alright, up next we got one of the hottest topics in football right now, Aaron Rodgers. I think that man should get whatever he wants. He has nothing left to prove right now, okay? If Green Bay doesn't want to trade him and he wants to retire, I'm not going to think any different about it. I'm going to be really, really sad that I don't get to see him anymore. But Aaron Rodgers has no need to sit on that team and continue to lose if he doesn't want to. He's won a Super Bowl, he's won multiple MVPs, he's done it all. Green Bay needs to stop being selfish assholes and just let him go. You guys aren't going to be done without Aaron Rodgers. Yes, are you going to take a step back? Absolutely. But you're not making anything better by holding the man hostage in Green Bay when you know damn well that he doesn't want to be there. I like Aaron Rodgers. I am a fan of him. I want to continue to see him do well. And if that means he's going to leave the Packers, which is a double dip great thing for me, then so be it. But they need to man up and just free him. Stop being crybabies. He warned you guys for a decade to get him some help and you didn't do a damn thing about it. All right, up next we have Kelvin Ridley. What are my thoughts on this guy? Kelvin Ridley is going to be the same player he is right now for probably the next 10 years. He doesn't cause problems, he's not a cancer, he's not an asshole. Kelvin Ridley shows up, he drops 100 yards and a touchdown, he goes home, he shuts his mouth, and he repeats it. I see Kelvin Ridley and Terry McLaurin just being the same player in the same pool for their entire careers together. Great guys, great athletes, great football players, they're gonna have great careers. That's a double dipper. Kelvin Ridley and Scary Terry, they're both cool with me. Alright, and the best for last, what are my thoughts on Carson Wentz? I think he's a bitch. It's as simple as that. I think he's a big bitch. Do I believe in Carson Wentz? Do I think he's going to have a bounce back year with Frank Reich? Absolutely I do. I've said that 100 times. I think Carson Wentz is going to come back, and I think he's going to come back stronger than we've ever seen him before. He's got an amazing coach. He's got an amazing O-line. He's got an amazing foundation set up around him. Doesn't help the fact that he's still a bitch. He lost his job on the Eagles fair and square. He didn't lose the job because he's Carson Wentz. He lost the job because he fucking sucked. Jalen Hurts was able to do something that Carson Wentz wasn't with that same exact team, and Jalen Hurts had zero experience. Okay, that's an operator error. That's not on the team. You lost your job fair and square, and what did you do? You bitched and moaned until you got traded. If you're asking me, don't fucking suck at your job and you won't lose it in the first place, but you got a second chance, Carson. Let's see it. Expecting a comeback from Carson, but as a person, I think he's a little bit of a wuss. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for my thoughts on current NFL players. I have no idea how this video is going to look. I just decided that I was going to give the people what they want literally by doing what they asked me to. If this is something you guys did like by any chance, please let me know in the comments because that was super easy. I can definitely do that again. Anyway guys, this should be the second of 3 pre-recorded videos, meaning you guys just got one left tomorrow and then we should be back live in the studio. Appreciate you so much for your patience during this time. I'm gonna hop off and get this baby edited so you guys get to watch it on time. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always guys, I will see you in the next video.